I'm going to be sharing with you in this video why nothing can beat consistency. See, what's happening is that consistency, if you really think about it, what can really beat consistency? Is trying too hard going to beat consistency? Is, not trying enough? Just, trusting your feelings, not having any force at all? Is that going to be consistency? If you really, really think about it, what's happening is that consistency is one of the most important things that you ever will be focusing on in your life. Whether it's consistency within your own life in money, in relationships, showing up for people, maybe showing up at your workplace in a certain way. It doesn't really matter what we're talking about here. The key is to understand that consistency beats everything, in my personal opinion. Nothing can be consistent. See, here's the thing. Before I go into this video, I just want to highlight it and make it clear that in my personal opinion, consistency will always win. It'll beat the person that puts in a lot of effort, and it'll also beat the person that just wants to lay back and not put any effort at all. Any person that likes to swing from one side of the pendulum to another side of the pendulum, what this person doesn't realize on either side of this pendulum is that they're both going to lose to the person that is consistent. Consistency is one of the most important concepts that you will ever understand in your entire life. That's why I just want to make it so clear in this video. Consistency, what I'm sharing with you right now, is potentially one of the most important topics that you will ever hear in your life, ever. This is the most important topic. This is one of the most important topics. So I encourage you to really stick around for this video and to stay until the very end to really integrate this knowledge, because this information is literally, I believe, some of the most important information that can possibly exist. Can I really say it, in the entire universe? Because it's part of, it's like, I don't want to sound like I know everything, but based on my experience personally, it's just that consistency is like a fundamental principle that can benefit you in literally any single area of your life. So that's what we're going to be talking about in this video. So if you're new to this channel, what I want you to do is I want you to hit that subscribe button. I want you to hit that notification bell. Also, if you want to work with me one-on-one personally, there's 3 ways to do that. The first way is through single sessions. The second way is through email coaching. And the third way is through long-term coaching. I don't always take spots for that, but sometimes there are spots available. If you do want to see if there's spots available and also see if you qualify for that type of coaching program or any of those things for that matter, all the details for all 3 of those things will be down below. Now, what I want to start off this video with is to understand that while everybody else in your world is going to be changing and never committing to one thing, not having commitment, not having devotion, while everybody around you, and I don't really like to say that, everybody, most people, 99% of people don't understand. I don't like to say that because I don't want to generalize and see people in that way. Why would I view people in that way? That's kind of selfish. I like to see the highest possibilities in a person, and I'm not just going to assume that that's not my reality. If I'm going to be affirming and saying to you to get views or to get subscribers and to say something catchy, and I'll be like, oh yeah, 99% of people don't understand this. Look, no, I don't agree with that. You want to know what I believe? I believe that 99% of people, and I've said this before in a video, but I'll say it again in a different way, the way that makes sense to me right now. I believe that 99% of people understand deep inside that consistency is one of the most important concepts that can possibly exist. The key is to understand that a lot of people really actually do value consistency. They do value consistency, but maybe they forgot. So while everybody else is going to be maybe changing, and you don't want to generalize people, right? But while a lot of people around you, perhaps, or maybe a large number, maybe somebody you see on the internet, maybe you see people making mistakes, maybe you see people even in your family making mistakes, people around you just, not always are going to be consistent, and they're going to be changing all the time. Now, these types of people, what you want to do is not judge them, not criticize them, but learn. Think about it, one wise thing that you can do in your life is learn from the mistakes of others. Don't judge them. If you judge them, you may amplify and be in that type of behavior with them as well. What's going to start to happen is that you will start to increase your wisdom. Your wisdom is going to increase. Your connection to your source is going to increase. And so what I want to share with you, though, to make it very clear in this video, is that in my personal opinion, drastic changes, big changes all at once. Let me just change in my life today. And I'm not saying that you can't make big changes. I'm not saying that you can't be bold. I'm not saying that you shouldn't change. You know, when I say something like, oh, be consistent, people might think like, oh, what he's saying is to commit to something and never ever have flexibility. No, that's not what I'm saying at all. What I am saying, though, is that if you look at any single person that has created something worthwhile relative to the human race, relative to this reality right here, something that people love to use. See, think about it. If you think about it, everything is a creation. This room is created. Everything is a creation. Your house is a creation. The lights are a creation. Everything is a creation. Now, when you understand this, why is it that you want all these things in your life? Why? Why do I want this light here? Why did I pay money for this light for this video? Why? Well, consistency. Think about it. I get consistent energy of light towards my face so that I can record this video. I get consistency. Look at the healthiest people on the planet. I'm not a health professional, but look at the healthiest people, people that you perceive as healthy. What even is health? What is it that you're attracted to in somebody when you say, oh wow, that person looks so healthy? What is that? Consistency. If you look at somebody and you're like, oh man, this person has really weird energy, I don't really want to be around them, they're acting weird, they're acting needy, what is that? Look at their life. They're not consistent. Those people usually don't, I mean, if you look at somebody that's needy, weird, and they're being weird to you in a certain scenario and interaction, look, I don't want to generalize people, but the reality is that sometimes people, you can get a pretty good picture of who they are just by taking one look at them and one energy read, and you can just see like, yeah, you know what? This person's probably not going to show up on time. This person's probably not going to be devoted and committed. They're weird. You might even be like, you need to be a little bit cautious around them. You don't really want to judge them. You don't want to hurt them, but you do need to be a little bit cautious around them because you can understand and sense through your consciousness and through your intelligence that something is off. So what this means is that in the bigger picture, drastic changes, changing very drastically, very quickly, is, in my personal opinion, not sustainable. It's not sustainable. You know, it's not sustainable, and it's funny enough, it's also not enjoyable. It's not enjoyable either. It's not sustainable, and it's also not enjoyable. See, when your energy is inconsistent, what does that mean? Is that an enjoyable experience? Would you call that enjoyable? Would you say, oh, if I'm inconsistent, I'm having lots of fun and lots of joy? Depending on how you see it, I'm sure there's many answers to that question. But in the bigger picture, what I'm trying to communicate here is that consistency in your action, in your thinking, in your feeling, even in your feeling, in your emotions, how you feel. I'm not saying that your emotions are going to change. I'm not saying there's not going to be consistent changing phenomena. But what is consistent beyond all of that? What is consistent beyond all of that? If you look at what is consistent beyond all of that, what you'll find is that drastic changes are not sustainable when you don't do that. Okay? This is the key to really creating the type of life that you want and having a fun experience with people. Having an enjoyable experience with people. Having an enjoyable experience in your life. Having fun in your life. Consistency. Why is it that when you're at work, what is it that makes a job so fun where you don't feel like you're working at your job? Consistency. You have some skill set that you're very consistent at. You're consistent at. You're in flow. What do people love? What brings people to excitement, to move them forward, to be more excited? Consistency. And so they can share that with the world and say, yes, you can also be consistent. You can also be consistent in your finances, in your relationships, and how you show up in the world. And then also importantly, how you feel, in my personal opinion, not just feeling good in your life, feeling like you're in peace, feeling you're in joy, also having the best of both worlds and manifesting things in the physical world. I like to do both. Why would I sacrifice one or the other? Why? Why can't I have it all? You can have it all. You can have anything that you want. But you have to understand that there's an element of consistency that's going to be required to create the life that you want. And it's also important to understand that when you're moving through your reality, if you're never creating a level of consistency in your life, in particular areas, emotionally, energetically, action-wise, feeling-wise, thinking-wise, relationship-wise, action-wise, all these things, right? If there's no consistency in any of these areas, you're not going to have fun. And you're not going to get the results. That's the key, right? So to conclude this video, what I want to share with you is that too much change too fast can be damaging. Okay? In any area. Consistency will always win though. And with that, I conclude this video. Once again, if you want to work with me one-on-one personally, there's 3 ways to do that. Single sessions, email coaching, as well as long-term coaching programs that I only sometimes have spots available for that. If you do want to be a part of any of those things and get in contact with me personally, the details for all of those things will be down below. As always, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next